Hey, hello all. This is Roshan from QA Crunch. In this video, we are going to see the continuation of the part 5 as part 6 for designing the framework. So in the last video, we saw us how to create a base class and how to have a config files and properties files to invoke those browsers, everything we saw. So in this video, as a continuation, we'll be seeing how to create a page object model and how to have those things to convert those pages to classes, and then we will be seeing the how to write the test cases for each pages. So let's move on to this practicals and how to see that. Okay, so this tutorial, as I will be taking the example as calculator.net, and I will, before in your case, if you're going to do any kind of automation for your application, you need to first differentiate how many functionalities are present, and you need to divide those functionalities or modules into a pages. For example, I am taking this web page and I have plenty of links. So each links will behaves as each pages. For example, if you see, the loan calculator is my page, BMI calculator is my page, scientific calculator, so I can go on like this. If you're taking, for example, Flipkart or Amazon, you can take those kinds of e-commerce, and you can have pages like login page, having the cart as a single page, and adding the cart to the adding the items to the cart, and then placing the orders, that comes as one page, and going to the payment gateway, it can be as one page. So you need to have different pages in your application, and you need to convert those pages to your classes in your page object, right? So this is how we need to perform the basics in our automations. So if you see, I have, in the last session, I have created a package called page object. So I'm going to have two classes for this loan calculator and also for BMI calculator. So let me create a first as a loan class. So I click this page object, and then I need to create a class for that loan. Go to new and then give class. You can give as a name as a loan, page. So then I need to convert, I want to automate the BMI page also, BMI calculator, so I can have another class for BMI. So in your case also, you can convert your functionalities to classes, and you can have your create your different pages as a classes. And then I need to go into the loan page. So before going inside it, first we need to get what we need to do the operation. So here my task is to enter into this loan calculator, and then I need to add some values here. I will be adding some 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, something, and then as exercise, I am converting, I will be changing some term, and I will calculate this by clicking this button, and then I need to get this payment of every month, nothing but it's EMI. I want to get the EMI of this page, of this amount which I'm entering. So this is my task in my loan calculator. And if you come in a BMI calculator, my task is to do some calculation and want to check the BMI for some age group of persons, like some age I can give some 30, 50 something, and then I want to give that weight, and I will calculate and need to get this BMI. So these are my task to do this. Let me do this in this video and show you how to perform it. So first let me go to this loan page, and I need to, as usual, you first define the web driver. Okay, import this web driver. So this page object, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a page factory. So already we have seen what is meant by page object model and page factory in the last videos. So I don't want to much explain here. If you want more details, please you can go through the last video which we saw. And now here I'm going to just go through straight away. I'm going to create a page object model by using the page factory. So come here for this loan calculator. First you need to get what all the web elements, I mean what all the web actions you are going to do, and you need to convert those into your web elements. So here my intention is to enter the value for this loan amount and then this loan term, and then I need to click this calculator. So this is my task. So first I need to get I want to spy these elements and get the locators. By using these locators, I need to locate these particular text box and buttons, and I want to get this label. So what I can do is first spy this one and get the XPath or something of this. So here I have a loan calculator. So the ID is loan amount. So I can use this web element. I can have as a text box amount. So we know that we have an annotation called at find by, and using that you can give and is equal to. So import this find by. Right, so you have given the first web element, okay, that's a text box amount. Right, so next is we need to get this term. So get this, and I can use the same loan term. You can give this find by ID is equal to, copy paste that web element. This is a text box. I can give us a term. Right, so next is I need to get this calculate. This behaves as an input box and I have a value, so I can give input. I can use a CSS here. The value is equal to, I can get this. I can see the 3 matches here. I think the first match itself works fine. So I will take this and go here and write as find by CSS equal to web element, and to give it web element, and then this is a button, so give us button calc. Alright, I need to have a given. Okay, so next is I need to get this what amount, what EMI need to be paid. So this is the dynamically changing value, okay, you cannot spy it straight away. So you need to get the constant value which doesn't change, so this won't be changed. So I need to spy this, and following this item I need to get it out. So this can be done using the XPath. So you can if you want more idea on XPath, you can refer my previous videos. Right, so this is the tag name having the TD. I can give the TD and use a keyword as contains text, which is on kind of relative XPath. So you can see now I has got this payment every month label. So I want to have this value which is followed by this TD. So I need to get the TD is nothing but a column name. I can use a following keyword. I can give TD. Here you can get the value. So Control A, Control C. Come here, have a label for this. So I can have this X stored as a XPath. Web element. I can give label some EMI. Okay, alright, so now we have got the things which are necessary for this web page. So next is we need to write a logics. So business logics need to be written in a methods, as a form of methods. Okay, so before that I need to have this initialization of these web elements by using the page factory. So in init elements I need to do that. I will create a constructor for this, so that we have already seen that how to do that. So I will do a constructor, and then I will have page factory dot init elements. I need to pass the driver to this page. Fine, so the basic initial things has been done, and the next one is okay, fine. And one more thing I have forgot is I need to click that loan calculator page, right? So this loan calculator I can have here as I can write the XPath for this. So this should be a link. So take this, Control F, give us a tag contains text, can give this, that's it. So I can get the XPath of this, and then have at find by XPath is equal to, you can have it web element, and this is the right. Okay, fine. So now we have done the which are web elements necessary for this web page as a declaration, and then we'll move to this logic. Public, I need to give us a void. First I need to go to this loan, so I will have this as public void loan. Here I want to just click this link loan, that's it, link loan dot click, that's it, right? So next is I need to do the operation for this calculate operation. So I can have another method to calculate. What I need to do here, I need to pass the value here, I need to send the items something, I need to clear this, and I need to send some value here, and then here term, and then click this calculate, and then finally I need to get this value of this. So what we can do here, we have already written the text box amount as a declared, we have declared the web element here dot clear it. So next is we need to send the value as something, I will give us some lakhs, 5 lakhs or something, and then we have the term as a text box we have defined here, get that, again clear that dot send keys, give some term, some 5 years, and then I need to click this button, right? So once done, I need to get this label of this. So what I can do, I can have a string which where I need to get, and I need to print it out. So I will have as EMI is equal to, what is the label EMI here, label EMI dot get text. So I will sys out this EMI is, can tell us EMI hotcode that EMI is, and I can pass this value which I got from this get text. right? So this looks pretty much very simple and very easy. In case if you have any changes in the future, you can come to the particular web element and you can change whatever ID which has been changed in the future, or else if you want to add any new web elements, you can add in this row, in this space. Don't want to go inside the business logics and don't want to touch any of the code. And also for this test data, later we'll be seeing how to change this test data by using the data driven framework, how to pass this test data through a common constants or else through Excel. So those stuffs we'll be seeing later videos. So this video will see us how to do the basics of the frameworks. Alright, so now we have done the things for this particular page, loan page. So I need to have a test cases for this. So don't write a test cases inside this main. Okay, you need to write inside only the test cases inside this test cases folder, test folder. Under the test folder we have created a test cases package. So already we have a base test. We have seen that what's the purpose of the base test is to open the browser. So next is for particular page we need to create a test class. So for this loan page I will create a loan test. Okay, from here I need to trigger those functions from the test cases. So that's my task here. So what I can do here is I will have test priority equal to 1. I can have here, and then can give public void some. I can have some loan. Okay, import this test. Alright, so I need to create a object for that loan page so that I can call that methods inside that particular class. So created a object, and I need to create object as a loan page. Can give like here. Fine. So inside this object now we have go to loan as a method, which will be clicking that particular link loan. So link loan in the sense it will click the loan calculator. So then we need to come here. So next step, as a next step we have another test case where we need to do a calculation. So do a public void calculation. Okay, so here I need to again call that particular method which we have the logic for that calculation. So in this do calculate is a method where we have the logic to perform it, right? So this is the basic one of the functionality we have taken, and we have converted that functionality or page to a page object model where we have the page. In this page object model we have defined our web elements in upfront, and then we have defined our web methods with the business logics, right? So now if you run this program or this project, you will be getting the null pointer error. The reason for this is we know that this from this page we are passing that logics here from the test case. If you see, we have not defined any driver, we have not passed the value for driver. So the driver will be getting the null value. The reason is this particular page doesn't know what kind of driver are you going to use, whether it's a Chrome driver or it's a Firefox or it's a Internet Explorer. The only class knows is this base class is the only class which knows what kind of driver you are going to use. This is the class which we created in the last video, and the purpose of this class is to have the base things, which is the like opening the browser and then closing the browser. Those stuffs will be maintaining here. So what my task is to, I need to tell to the pages which I am going to create it as, I need to pass these driver, what kind of driver I'm using, maybe Chrome driver. I need to tell to the other classes that, hey, I'm using this Chrome driver, so use this. So to do that, what I can do is, I need to pass the value of this driver from this base class to the calling class, I mean for that class classes which are creating for the pages. So here I have a method called public static web driver return driver. So web driver is nothing but a data type. It will be returning the driver instance of this. So here the driver instance will be Chrome driver which we have, and it will be saved in this driver. So in the page objects, in this particular pages, I can assign the driver's value as the returned driver value from the base class. So I can have this driver is equal to, I can have base class dot return driver. So what happens is, this driver gets the value of the Chrome driver and it will be passed to the particular loan page, and now this loan page gets the information that this project is using the Chrome driver, so that it won't throwing you the null pointer error, right? So then I will go to this test.ng and I will have creator. I want to trigger that class, right? So I can give us a names equal to test cases dot, I need to give us loan test, cut and copy paste here. Okay, fine. So first it will be opening me the base test, going to the base test and opens the browser, and then control goes to the loan test. It clicks the loan page, then it does some operations for me. So this is my basic task. So let's see, let's run this and see it, what happens. Okay, I'll run it out. Okay, so in the same way, what I can do is I can create a class for the BMI page, and I can do the operations for the BMI, and I need to create a BMI test class in the test cases folder, I mean package, and we need to, once those things has been completed, we need to call that particular class from this test.ng. Okay, so let me do that. Meanwhile it takes time to run it. Okay, come to this BMI page and copy these things. No need to write anything, just copy this, paste it here, that's it, and change this constructor name to BMI. Done. And then I need to define a web driver. Import this. Right. Oops. Okay, it's running. It can run in the background. Okay, you can see this is the example which we done. the last thing, it goes to the loan calculator, and then it had entered the values, and it got the EMI value as some 9,666. You can see here EMI is some amount it has printed it. So this how you can perform for the each classes. So I'm going to create now for the BMI page. The same way you need to get the web elements. You need to define the web elements whichever applicable for this particular page. I will inspect it. Let me go here and let me get the value of this. So I have a CH as a name. You can have here, come back, find by, you can have name, element, web element as, this is a text box, so I have a age. So import these things, web element and find by. Alright, so next is I'm just straight away going to this calculate button. Don't want to do any other operations. You can do it in your exercise. You can try it out. I will get this XPath, or else I will have a CSS for this. CSS looks pretty much very simple and straightforward, lightweight. So I calculate this, Control C, find by, CSS is equal to this. I will have web element, will have a sub button calc. Right, so I will have just two operations here. I don't want to have all the things. I have shown you how to get the text in the last loan calculator. In the same way you can get by using this static variable, which is result. Following this you can have this PMI calculate. Okay, so coming back to this Eclipse, so next is I want to have a business logic here. So I will have public void, go to BMI. I need to get the link for this BMI, so have find by, I can have a link text or some partial link text, I can use it. Is equal to, I can have a BMI, get a BMI link name, and then web element link BMI. So before going this, I will need to do another change, like I will be in the calculator page, right? So I need to, once I come here do operation, I need to click this home page, then only it takes me to the want to go to this BMI page. I want to go to this home page, so that I need to get the XPath for this. It contains text, so I will get this and I will have here as a home page link. Find by XPath equal to web element link home. Alright, so first I need to click this home, then I will wait for some time, for some, say some 5 seconds. I can use it. You can use explicit wait here to do this. For time being I am using this thread.sleep, and then I need to click this BMI link. Done. So next is I'll have everything in the same method itself. If you want to have a big logics, you can have a separate methods, and here I am having it in a same. That's it. So let me go to the test cases folder, and I need to create a BMI test for this. Right, go to new class BMI test. So as usual, here we need to give the test cases. So I will give us that is equal to 1 public void. I will tell us a BMI some operation, and I will create a page object. I need to create object for this. Done. So I need to call that particular method. So I have go to BMI, it will call this particular method. I need to add a throws, since I'm using thread.sleep. Then I need to come to this test.ng, and I need to call that class. So copy this and paste it, and rename this loan to BMI. Okay, so now what happens, this control comes here, once comes to this base, it opens a base class and it opens a browser, then it goes to the loan test and it opens the loan test calculator, and then it will do the operations, then it goes to the BMI, and here it will be going to this go to BMI, it will click the home, and then it need to wait for 5 seconds. It will click the BMI page and do the and I need to pass that. Sorry, I have missed to add that dots and keys. 750. Let me pass. Before that, I need to clear that value. So this is the simple basic operation. I'm going to perform it. Once done, the Chrome browser will be closed. So this is the thing. Let me run it. Okay, so let me explain you in a pictorial representation as how the control goes and what happens. Okay, so that you may get some idea as what's happening in it. So let me have okay, so here you can see this is the some flowchart I'm having here. So what happens, this is a test.ng where we have specified the classes which we want to run it. So in our case we have base test, loan test, and then BMI test. So each test each each of the classes need to be run. The reason is I want to run all the things which I want to in my web page. If you want to have any kind of, you want to run the particular things in your functionalities in your application, you can do thing is whichever you want you can add here, and anything if you don't want, you want to remove that by using, and also you can use groupings also to run the particular test cases and those stuffs. Okay, right, those are the things. And then coming back here, if you see test-ng, what it does, it has all the test details, test cases which we need to run it, and then it goes to the control, moves to the control this test cases. This test cases, we have the test cases folder has the test cases for the particular classes which has the page objects. Okay, if you take for loan page, we have a loan test. For BMI page, we have BMI test. So for each and every web pages, we have a test cases which need to be maintained inside this test cases. In the case of if you are coming for a BDD framework, we will be having a test cases in the form of feature files. So we'll see those kind of stuffs in the later videos. But in this video, I have done by using the test-ng annotations. So from this test cases, the control goes from here and it moves to the page object. Here we have a defined the base class, right? And then we have a loan page, then we have a BMI page. So this base class, what it happens is from the base class, the control goes to the base test. Sorry, it will go to the control goes and it opens the browser by using the config.properties, where we have told us this URL and this is the browser. So it goes from base class and it fetches the value from the config, and it will be returned to this base class and opens the browser. So browser will be opened here, and then the control goes to the loan page. Okay, so in this loan page it will do the operations, and then again it will move to the BMI page. So that BMI page does the operation. Once done, the browser gets closed by using this base class, where we have given the operation as quit the browser. So this how your framework works. Okay, so this is the basic stuff we have seen here. Okay, so let me run it out. In the last run it didn't invoke the browser, it had take a long time. Okay, that's the reason for that. So let me run and show you how we have done the things. Okay, so it starts, it should run, it should take the it should open the browser, and then it will go to that calculator.net, and then it will move to the loan and then to BMI. Right, so hope this video explains you how to create a framework. Okay, so you'd have got some idea on this. What we can do in the next videos, I will be talking about more on wrapper classes, how to use the common wrapper classes to have these web actions need to be done. So here we haven't used any exception handlings in our web elements while defining the logics, everything. So that's not a good practice. We need to have good exception handling should be handled in each and every program, so that your if any of the thing goes wrong, it should not abort your program. It should perform. It should go to the next line of code. Okay, so that should be the good programming, and we need to see more on that, how to handle the exceptions and how to handle the using the wrapper classes. And then we'll be seeing what is meant by the data driven framework. In the standalone video, we have seen that we'll see how to incorporate those data driven framework in this. Okay, and then we will be seeing as how to do logs and reports. So far I have used test-ng reports and log. I will be using the listeners. So in the upcoming videos we'll be seeing how to use the log4j external report. Okay, right. So coming back to this example, see, it comes to this home page and it now clicks to the BMI takes you to the BMI calculator. It will clear the value at age 25, and then it need to click the calculate. Okay, so you can see here it had done that. Fine. So coming back here, done. Okay, so you can give a try this, and you can implement this simple framework. This is a simple thing. I don't want to confuse you. That's the reason I have given as a prescribe and simple task. Okay, so you can keep on have add lot of pages in your framework, and we will be seeing how to use these utilities. In utilities we'll be having Excel related things, and we can have reports and logs related classes we can store here in utilities. In this common we'll be having the wrapper classes and constants which are we need to have, and then if you want to, we can have a BDD. You're going to the BDD framework, you can change these test cases with the you can have you can handle the test cases by using the feature files. So we'll see it later. So this how the simple framework looks. So in the upcoming videos you'll see how to have the wrapper classes and data driven framework. Alright, so this what I want to explain you. Hope I got a good idea. So if you have any doubts, please leave the comments. So meet on in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.